The walls only hide the truth. What in the heck? What the hell is going on? Recently, I built a $1 million mansion to decorate for the season. And today I'll be decorating this mansion for spooky season. As you can see, I went ahead and kind of already did the gardening because I knew that was going to take me a second to finish. But now we can actually just focus on the real details of decorating my mansion. Before I really start decorating the front, I do kind of want to make some minor changes real quick. It's not a big renovation, okay? It's just like things I noticed after I got done building that I didn't do and it was bothering me. You see how that like made it so much better? Okay, now let's actually go ahead and focus on the decorating. No, I actually haven't really looked all the seasonal decorations that Bloxburg had done. Okay, so I'm thinking, do you want to add some of these big inflatables? Definitely want to add this gigantic pumpkin, probably like here on the corner of my plot. And then, ooh, what if we do this little ghost? Okay, I definitely want to add like jack-o'-lanterns coming into my plot, so I'm gonna add a few of these jack-o'-lanterns at the entrance of my plot here. So I think that would be just super cute. And I'll probably copy this on the other side. I feel like that could be pretty much the entrance. And what if we put maybe like a bench next to the waterfall along with some like hay bales, and we can also decorate these with jack-o'-lantern and maybe even regular pumpkins this time. And then for the bench we can add fall decor with like a blanket possibly, and then we can add like a few pumpkins at the top here. Maybe we can add like a Halloween bowl and maybe some stacked pumpkins, and that might just be it for the fountain. I do want to add more pumpkins around these bushes here. Maybe in the garage, since we're already next to it, I'll add a few spider webs so it doesn't look as empty. We're gonna take these potted plants out so we can decorate this with pumpkins, possibly like that. And since these LEDs are like super white, thinking about making these into an orange color. And then we can copy like a few spiders on the roof for this window right here. We can add like a basic shape small and then kind of up against the window here, so I can add like a wreath. Then at the bottom we can add 2 more individual wreaths. Oh, there is one thing I did want to add, so we're gonna get rid of this, and this might be the last thing I add to the front here. And I wanted to add a truck with pumpkins inside. If you see in my recent video, tried this little hack, see if it worked, and it pretty much did. So oh my gosh, look how cute that is. I want to say the exterior is done, so I think we should go ahead and start on the interior. So I definitely want to add this like pumpkin floor mat, and then we can probably get rid of this vase. If we can put just like a miniature pumpkin right next to the ghost. And now for this table, get that vase out of the way, and then we can just kind of clutter this pumpkins, change the table here, and then we can add like a standing Halloween plate. Then we add some like spider webs along the stairs here. Okay, I feel like the entryway is pretty much finished. Let's move on to the dining room. These bouquet flowers out of here, so we can place this doohickey. I have no idea how to pronounce that. And then we can add some more like spider webs. And then for the shelf, I'm about adding another plate with like another ghost candle. Honestly, what if we add a small little carpet to the dining room and then we place this on top of that? Okay, so this is pretty much all I'm gonna do for the dining room. So now let's move on to the kitchen. So I do want to add a few pumpkins, especially on the island here. What if we add like a garland to the window here, and maybe even some like lights? And then we can take this mat out and copy the pumpkin mat here at the sink again. And what if we use this blanket and kind of size this up a little bit and make it like hang over the sink right here? And then we can get some of these candles and kind of like place them throughout the kitchen. Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do for the kitchen for now. Now over here in the coffee bar, I am going to add a few pumpkins here. This mini fridge. I also want to change up the carpet around the house a little bit. Some of these pillows orange, some more spider webs. And then I'm gonna place a little pumpkin here in this little stand. I'm gonna take this vase out and place another pumpkin. Okay, now for the laundry room, I'm possibly just gonna add some spider webs in here, and maybe even change some of the towels. And then the bathroom downstairs, I'm also gonna change the towels in here as well. So I'm gonna add a few spider webs, and I'm probably gonna take these books out and add these like pumpkins. Probably change the color of the curtains as well. Now on with the living room, so I'm gonna change all of the pillows more like fall colors. For the coffee table, I'm gonna add this book, and I'm gonna place a small little pumpkin on that. And I'm probably gonna move this up here, honestly. honestly. So I can add pumpkins on the coffee table here. I really feel like curtains would look so good in here. Hold on. Okay, that looks a lot better in my opinion. Okay, I feel like the living room is finished. Move on to the upstairs. For the upstairs, I'm just gonna change some of these pillows. I'm gonna place a pumpkin and also change the color of the rug. And add like a few spider webs. And I definitely want to add a garland for each door. And now we can start on the first bedroom. And then kind of just like change the colors up. Along with like a ghost candle. Maybe even like a pumpkin. And then for the ensuite, we can add these pumpkins next to the mirror. Of course, we're gonna need to change these curtains. Honestly, what if we add these like string lights in some of the rooms? I feel like guest bedroom 1 is finished. So let's move on to guest bedroom 2. Pretty much gonna copy what I did in the other bedroom, but I kind of want to make this bedroom a witch theme. Like the last bedroom was like kind of pumpkin themed. I'm thinking like witch theme for this one. And so we can make this like all purple. Ooh, and maybe we can add like a witch's cauldron in here. We're definitely gonna need a black cat in this bed as well. We can add some pumpkins. Guest bedroom 2 is done. Now it's time to do the guest bathroom upstairs, which I'm kind of just gonna mimic exactly what I did to the other 2 bathrooms. I'm gonna definitely add a garland. And I feel like we should also add some string lights. Now, of course, we can place some pumpkins here in the middle. And now we're gonna change all of these towels. And of course, change in the curtains as well. Bathroom 2 is done. So now let's finally move on to my bedroom. Definitely want the LEDs above here to be orange. I'm gonna do more like neutral tones, neutral warm tones. And I'm gonna add like a big pumpkin probably next to my bed. And of course, like a few spider webs. And we can place some more pumpkins here in the center. Maybe like a little pumpkin candle. And I definitely want to add some of these pillows as well as like a black cat. All right, now let's move on to my ensuite. So we can go ahead and probably change my wardrobe into like neutral tones and then make the toothbrushes like black and orange. Then we can add more pumpkins on the corner here. A little pumpkin jar at the top here. Definitely gonna need a garland in here. And we can add some pumpkin string lights. And maybe we can add some of the string light to the edge of the bed here. Okay, I feel like the whole house is pretty much finished. The only story I have not done yet is the basement. I wasn't really thinking about doing anything for the basement. Nothing too crazy because it is the basement after all. But I will add a few spider webs in here. And then I'll probably add some of these string lights. And then we can place some ghosts and maybe even a few bats in here. And then we can add some more of these pumpkin string lights around the counters. Oh my gosh. So I do have a special announcement. I have finally reached level 28 besides me not getting the trophy. So that means we can finally decorate and finish off the gym. We can add some weights probably on this side. Probably gonna scoot these over a little bit due to the fact that there's not much space in here. Then we can add like a bench press on this side. And maybe right next to it we can add like a weight rack. And then of course we can add some spider webs. Now for the backyard, I'll add some pumpkins right here. But there's really not much else to do. And then we can spam a few more leaves around in the backyard. The build is finally complete, so let's take a tour. So as you can see, I did the exterior all the way around the house. Also changed a little bit of the exterior because I didn't really like it. We have the fountain over here filled with like pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns along with a bench where you can of course get some candy from. And then on the left side we also have this pumpkin truck that I also mentioned in my last video that I was going to incorporate along with a few inflatables. Really love how the exterior came out, especially with the lanterns glowing the way they are. Right when you walk in, this is my entryway. I have all the pumpkins and spider webs and what is that? Okay, anyway, then I have this pumpkins on the... Why is there... If you are reading this, then you now walk the grounds of the hollow vein. Many believe the mountains is stone, but it breathes, it waits. Do not mistake this house for safety. The walls only hide the truth. What in the heck? What the hell is going on? My power just went out, so I'm gonna go turn it back on. I have no idea what's going on. But anyways, this is my entryway. It's super cute. On the left side, we have, of course, my dining room filled with some more spooky decor. Then as we keep going into the kitchen, I have some pumpkins spread along the counter, along with this towel that's hanging off of the sink. And then this is what the laundry room's looking like. I didn't put much decor in here, mainly because not a lot of people or me would go in. And here's the downstairs bathroom. I like how this bathroom came out. I think it's so cute. And of course, here is the living room. I love the living room so much. Then if we go upstairs, we'll enter the little pool room. I have some pumpkins, some bat decor. The first bedroom is my bedroom. I love how my bedroom came out. It looks so comfy and spooky. And of course my bathroom filled with some fall decor. And then of course the nice view of the backyard. We go down the hallway. This is the second guest bathroom. And then down the door from that one is guest bedroom 1. I made this bedroom into a witch themed bedroom. And the bedroom to this one, I made this one more into like a pumpkin themed bedroom. We have the bathroom, a really good view of this ghost saying hi to you. Of course, lastly, downstairs, we have the theater room. I do have a few ghosts and bats here in the lobby. Of course, if you go down this hallway, it looks so cool. I didn't do much in the theater room because it is a theater room and I didn't want to be distracted by all the decorations. And then here's the bathroom, which all I did was just throw some spider webs in. And of course, the gym that is finally completed. And then of course, the backyard. I didn't put much really in the backyard. I just added some more like fallen leaves. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Box a lot.